Welcome to Walt's Vinyl Albums. Today, I spin the tale on Maggie Bell's 1974 Queen of the Night album. Now, if you haven't heard of Maggie Bell, I can tell you she is the UK's Janis Joplin. Maggie Bell was born in Glasgow, Scotland in 1945. She grew up in a musical family and began singing when she was quite young. While Bell's childhood fostered her artistic skills, it was also tough. Her family lived in the Maryhill Estate, a notoriously run-down Glasgow neighborhood. Reflecting on her life at Maryhill, Bell remembers that there was no hot water or inside toilets, and when you went to school, you just got beat up regularly by the teachers and the headmasters. As far as they were concerned, you were either going to get pregnant or work in the Walls sausage factory, and that was it. Your whole life was already mapped out for you. Bell soon realized that she needed to leave Glasgow and felt the music was her ticket out. She dropped out of school at the age of 15 and began playing at local bars, many of which were frequented by rowdy gangsters and groups of American soldiers. These gigs paid more than her day job, and being a musician seemed to insulate her from the gang activity that would otherwise plague typical patrons. Bell, who would eventually develop an icon in the world of blues, was first exposed to the genre when she began singing the Alex Harvey Soul Band. She played with Alex Harvey for a short while before he decided that his band's sound was too harsh for her voice and suggested that she join her younger brother Leslie's band, the Kenning Park Ramblers. The Ramblers eventually split, and Bell played with a few other groups before reuniting with Leslie. Together they formed a band called The Power of Music. The group toured around Europe and played at U.S. military bases in Germany. In 1970, producer Peter Grant stumbled across The Power and was deeply impressed. He offered to produce and manage the band alongside Mark London, and in 1970, the band changed its name to Stone the Crows, an expression used by the Brits when one is shocked and surprised. They were an amazingly talented band, due in large part to Bell's outstanding vocals. Nevertheless, the band was not very commercially successful. The little momentum that they had was derailed by a tragic accident 2 years after their formation. Bell and Leslie were still playing together and were engaged to be married. During a soundcheck, Leslie was electrocuted by a microphone and was killed instantly. Stone could not sustain the loss and permanently dissolved in 1973. Luckily, Bell was not without a lifeline. Grant, who once managed the band, became an executive at Swan Song Records and signed Bell in 1974. She was the first woman signed by Swan Song and recorded 2 solo albums with them. The first was Queen of the Night, and I own that album. I own the original press. I love this album with all my heart. The album was recorded in New York City with Jerry Wexler, a producer who worked with Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, and Dusty Springfield. The two worked tirelessly on the record, combing through hundreds of songs to narrow the track list down to 11. The result of their hard work is a masterful yet raw compendium of songs that capture Bell's incredible vocal depth. The album is multifaceted. It is at once home to the heartbreaking ballad We Had It All and the jazzy and carefree After Midnight, a song that contains the essence of intrigue, mystery, and excitement. Maggie Bell also recorded A Woman Left Lonely, this song right here, my absolute favorite of the album, and I believe one that reaches so deep into the soul that the lights come on. Bell is at once energetic and soulful, gritty and smooth, meshing seamlessly with each piece. You know, Queen of the Night was so successful that Bell was urged to work on another album, Suicide Sal, which she released in 1975. Bell toured around the world with her band with other top artists like Earth, Wind & Fire and AC/DC. How exciting was that? While Bell's popularity largely failed to manifest in the U.S., and I have no clue why because I live here and I love her, she cemented her place in the U.K. And by me doing this podcast, I'm hoping to bring her music to light today in 2025. Europe loved her as well, and they loved her as a musical icon. Bell continues to nurture her musical passion. Even at the age of 80, she is collaborating with many people. I don't know where she's at. I don't know how long she's got to go. But I would sure love to talk with her someday, maybe put her on a podcast in the future. I have reached out. She has collaborated with countless artists and has left an indelible mark on Britain's music tapestry. I want to thank you for joining me today as I explored the story behind Maggie Bell's 1974 Queen of the Night. Don't forget, folks, albums of the past are extremely important. They have done things in recording studios that we can never duplicate today. And we only get that one shot to have it in our grasp. So own an original album from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Any chance you can get, I don't care what genre it is. The amount of compassion and emotion that is in that music because they are recording live with the full band is unbeatable. Hit the notification bell. That way when I do pop up with the new podcast, you will be notified. I want to dive deep into the legends of albums. So remember, as always, spin those albums loudly and proudly. I will see you soon.